Hey there folks, and welcome back to another episode of bankbank's Puzzle Theory. In this episode we're going to be talking about games with skill chains. Games where you can continuously act even when a connection has been made. So first off, let's go over the 4 types of games I defined way back in episode 1. The first type is fallers, like Tetris, Dr. Mario, Puyo, and Columns. Second is uppy-downy, like Magical Drop and Money Idol Exchanger. We can rename these as Pushpull because people didn't like uppy-downy. Oops. Third is manipulators, like Panel de Pon, Kuru Twinkle, Wind and Water Puzzle Battles, and the Z mode in Puzzle Fighter for Dreamcast and PSP. Fourth is placers, like Star Sweep, and the only other example is the new game I'm working on, currently codenamed Butra. So of these 4 types, all except the first, fallers, have skill chains. And I believe this is a bit of a design flaw inherent in games of this category, which is ironic because they're the most popular and most prolific of the 4 types. From a game design perspective, I think it's a bad thing to take control away from the player. Now sure, in a story-based game, maybe you want a cinematic or a movie or something, who knows? I don't like story games. For gravity-based puzzle games, I think it's a big no-no to actively take control away from the player. And that's exactly what happens when you make a big chain in a game like Puyo. The bigger your chain, the longer you'll sit there motionless with no input. Let's time one big chain. Now to be fair, this is competitive high-level play, not representative of casual or average play. Okay, let's count it out as it's happening. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 seconds from when they made the connection until control resumed. Holy moly! Now let's compare with types 2, 3, and 4, push-pull, manipulators, and placers respectively. Even while your matches are going off, you can still play on the board. Let's take a look at some footage. Here's a Type 2, Push-Pull, Money Idol Exchanger. Check out these chains I'm making. The matches are going off, and yet I can still play the game. The game has not removed control from me. The action never stops, folks! And here's Type 3, Entry A, Panel de Pon for GameCube. And while we're here looking at Panel, let me say that it is not free from criticism in this arena, because in the verse mode, when an enemy sends garbage to you, while the garbage is dissolving, you cannot move your stack up. So you have partially lost control, and this is an important aspect of control. Yeah, you can still move your cursor, but it's more sitting and waiting. For this reason, I think the verse mode of Panel is heavily flawed. And here's Type 3, Entry B, Kuru Twinkle for PS1. And it's not super easy to make skill chains in this game, but they do exist, and you can obviously continue to move your cursor even while matches are going off. And by the way, I think everybody should give this game a shot, especially if you like Panel de Pon. It's a hidden gem for sure. And here's Type 4, Star Sweep. An incredibly innovative game, the only one of its type. The skill chain potential here is massive. This is a legendary play. I have to tell you a funny story. So you know how I'm very focused on game design, always thinking about it. So I had an idea for a variant of Puyo where the game didn't remove control from the player when they're making a match. And I thought that it would also need accelerated movement in order to take advantage of this change. So I brought this idea up in the Puzzle Wednesday Discord, and lo and behold, Sega had already implemented it. I know I was criticizing Puyo for not having skill chains, but yes folks, in Puyo 20th Anniversary for NDS, PSP, and Wii, there is a variant mode called Active, which has them! So here we have the Wii version, and I have to say, this is looking pretty nice. So as I mentioned, one major change between this and regular Puyo gameplay is that hard drop is present. When you press up on the D-pad, you can drop the current piece immediately, sending it to the bottom super fast. It seems like you can also Q left and right before the piece spawns to nudge it horizontally. And here's the PSP version. Looks almost as good. The DS version is fully translated into English, but it's a little hard on the eyes. So, in summary, I think it's good game design to never take away control from the player. I think the best examples of this genre will allow the player to continuously play the game without stopping. And just to be clear, I don't think Fallers are bad games at all. I just prefer the Skillchain style. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.